Today, I'm speaking with Mark Chalmers, the CEO of Energy Fuels Resources, and I'm going to discuss the rare earth industry as it pertains to Energy Fuels Resources. Good morning, Mark. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Jack. Top of the world.
Okay, actually, that's true. You're in Denver, and I'm in Detroit. You're about several thousand feet higher above sea level than I am. Anyway,
Exactly.
in any case, your company was involved in a news release yesterday, saying that you had entered into a memorandum of understanding with an Australian heavy mineral sands producer, Astron. And my opinion is that you are proceeding logically according to your published business model for rare earths to create a secure supply of monazite, the feedstock, which is the cornerstone of the system you've designed. And so I'd like you to tell us what's happening with Astron and how it fits into your long-term model for being a major rare earth producer in North America.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. And I'm happy to explain it. I mean, I think all of our investors and most of the public realize that we're building a critical mineral hub, okay, that is really based on utilizing our infrastructure and our skills and our knowledge when it comes to dealing with radioactive substances. So on the rare earth side of the business, which contains the monazite contains uranium that we can extract at our facility and also on sale to nuclear utilities for the uranium sector, we are securing and need to secure large quantities of monazite to fulfill those objectives of that strategy. So really this MOU, which is non-binding currently, we still have to do the due diligence, is a major step in securing material quantities of monazite, assuming everything comes out in the due diligence for decades, like 40 or 50 years, and potentially gives us enough feed source to produce around between 1.5 to 2,000 tons of NdPr, which, to put it in context, is about 1/3 of what Lynas is currently doing. So it's very material for us. It complements our current core business of uranium mining and processing perfectly. And I think people have a hard time understanding that sometimes. So it's a step. We're finishing up the phase one separation capabilities at the mill in the first quarter, and we're very excited about that. There'll be more news flow on that regard. And so we're trying to break the mold. Somebody has to run forward in a logical way, as you said, particularly in the rare earths and uranium business, to actually produce things in time. And that's what our company is all about.
I'd like to point out to the audience that 2,000 or 3,000 tons of NdPr would be enough to make approximately 10,000 tons of rare earth permanent magnets, which would happen to be about what the United States imports today from China just for current internal combustion engine production. So no one else is anywhere near this level, and I congratulate Energy Fuels for taking on this project. And I realize that right now it's secondary to your primary business, which is the production of uranium. But in fact, monazite does contain some uranium, and so it's added value, and it's actually, to me, a genius move, because it rather than extracting uranium from monazite and discarding it, you're taking that residue and making it a strong payable. So this to me is a win-win for any business model. And I congratulate you, Mark.
Thank you, Jack. And again, I think that's one thing that some people don't completely fully understand is the scale and the magnitude of this bolt-on rare earths that we're focused on as the bolt-on when the prices of rare earths are lower, when there are acquisition opportunities right now in the rare earth business, where there are very few acquisition opportunities in the uranium business, it fits perfectly with our strategy of diversification and be able to be strong where we need to be strong. So, yeah, the scale is significant. It's material. We are the front runner, particularly in North America on that front. And we plan to be a world significant in all things critical elements while producing uranium. And our uranium plans are full tilt right now. We've hired about 60 or 70 miners. They're underground. They're breaking rock, all to be processed at the White Mesa Mill, as will the monazite for the rare earth strategy.
Well, thank you, Mark. I really can't add anything to that. It's difficult to overemphasize the fact that you are the premier producer of uranium in the United States. Uranium is extremely in demand today, as many people have figured out that the best non-carbon source of energy production is nuclear, and you're in the spotlight there. And I congratulate you for finding a way I'm sorry to use this analogy, but it's like a pork packer. They say, well, we use everything but the squeak, but you're actually also using the squeak. So everything is becoming a payable. Everything coming into White Mesa is going out as a payable. Again, I can't think of a better business model. Thanks.
Thank you, Jack. And we are trying to get the squeak for all the right reasons in this area of energy transition elements for the future. Thank you very much. I appreciate the interview.